Hey everyone, I hope you are all doing well. Before I start the video, I just want to say thank you for 100 subscribers. Um, I think even if it's like 99 or like a random number, I think I'm all still thankful for it. But 100 is a lot of people actually. So thank you to everyone that subscribed and watches my content. It doesn't really matter if you watched only my short form or my long form or both. Just thank you for supporting me. And I appreciate that. Uh, but basically, so recently I've kind of filmed a couple videos, but I didn't really know which one to post. But I decided to post this one. Um, I was thinking about like doing a non-mask video, but I decided to just keep with it. Um, and so I'm aware I usually talk about topics regarding self-improvement, either physically or mentally improving yourself, or really just my own viewpoints on the world, like philosophy. But this video, though, I'm not really going to be concentrating on that because I want to talk more about something I find myself struggling to deal with. I think almost no matter who we are or what we do, we crave connection with others on a loving and intimate level. Um, and this can be like platonic or romantic relationships, but mainly this video I'm going to be talking about romantic relationships. Um, and kind of how I find I like deal with them. Cause honestly, even with platonic relationships, I still find myself overthinking about the smallest details and worrying about if my friends still like me or not, or if I still like them or not. And with romantic relationships, it's often much more intense. And I would say, in my opinion, have ruined a fair few relationships and connections with others by overthinking about them. Which makes sense, you know. I haven't been in many relationships in my life, but I do find I worry and overthink about the same things in each situation. I'm constantly looking for a way out of my overthinking. So I go on long walks and distract myself with music and my phone. But obviously these don't actually solve the problem. So where this is kind of coming from is I was in a sort of talking stage with this girl I met recently, and it was going well. We were going on dates and stuff. But she said she didn't feel she wanted a relationship right now, and that hurt because it seemed like she was behaving in a way that she was, okay for one, even a casual one. And I kind of started to look back when we were talking, and I kind of realized though I was doing the same things of, overthinking things again, when I'm in a relationship, during our time together. I was growing frustrated, and with my overthinking and just with relationships in general, kind of thinking, why is there just no one healthy or perfect I can date who is completely ready for relationships? So I kind of don't need to overthink. I realized then that I'm not going to find a perfect partner. I myself am not perfect, so why should I expect any partner of mine to be? And it felt really relieving to come to that conclusion because I placed so much expectation on a partner and invested in them and, for example, this girl, like, quickly and hoping, you know, just hoping she was the perfect one or whoever it is the perfect one for me. And I've come to realize that I should treat my romantic relationships more realistically instead of idealizing them and letting them get in the way of things and people in my life. I've destroyed a lot of connections just by thinking too much about them, creating a false image of this person in my head that is either better or worse than who they really are. People are just people, in my opinion. They're not necessarily good or bad. They're just a mix of bad and good habits, and that's kind of who we are. Sorry, who they are. There are some objective exceptions to this, but I would rather not discuss that in this video. Um, you probably understand what I'm talking about, but I think I think a lot of the suffering I've experienced in relationships is I think I often have an image of this person in my head that I create that's a kind of idealized version of them. And if they don't make up to that version, then I find I kind of get like frustrated with it. Um, I mean, there are some objective things that people have done in relationships that are quite like not great. Like even if I didn't idolize them as much, and like be like, oh, why aren't you perfect? I would still find issue with that, and it's kind of, I guess, trying to find what you're like okay with, what maybe like not like you exactly like, but like you can accept with it, and what you can't tolerate. And I think I just struggle with that a lot. Um, and it's not necessarily romantic relationships. With your platonic relationships too, like there's things that you maybe won't like about your friends. Like they'll annoy you sometimes. But there is also stuff that, like, if they do, you have to decide if you can tolerate that or not, or would it just be better not to be friends? And yeah, um, I guess people call them like boundaries and stuff in relationships. Um, but yeah, it's sorry, I'm rambling a little bit, because I'm improvising a lot of this. My script has kind of run out, but I think basically your expectations always will cause the suffering. Like your attachment to like they should be like this, or I should be like this, our relationship should be like this, which is why I really dislike like online, not necessarily online, but I find it's more common, these views of online relationships and um well, these online views of relationships, sorry. Like stuff like if he wanted to, he would, and like I can respect doing good things for your partner, that shows you care, but I don't know, it just seems a little disingenuous. And also it's not realistic. You're holding them up to a standard that's really quite impossible for most people to reach. And I'm kind of guilty of doing that too. Okay, so that was kind of it. I don't really have any advice this video, but I just yeah, if you do take anything from this video, pardon me, I would say always cultivate a relationship with yourself before your relationship with others. Because if you're happy with yourself, then if others aren't with you, then you're still happy. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and thank you again for 100 subscribers. Um, that is a lot of people. So thank you so much, guys.